Check this out. Listen, watch, and learn.
Smoking weed over a man vinyl. That wouldn't happen when.
Yeah, let's review this Lovers Rock by Steve McQUEEN. And let's just compare and contrast the different views by this young man, Steve McQUEEN, who wrote about it, and this young man
seriously.
who was dear.
What the hell was all that about last night? That thing that
and
they
see
put
what the
on, we
difference
call
is.
small acts.
Just follow along.
Get started by talking a little bit about the Small Acts mini-series and what your vision was for it and how Lovers Rock sort of fits into how you sequenced the anthology.
Well, it's kind of started with a want, really, a need. A want and need to sort of be recognized.
This man who make it, is he black?
Not seeing stories or images that I thought needed to be seen, important images which were the history, the fabric of this country and the city of London, and stories which changed the whole nature of the country.
Yeah, yes, he's black. He's quite black.
Steve McQUEEN, where him grew up? Where him grew up? You know, where him come from?
So Lovers Rock was one of those things where I remember going to blues parties because I remember my aunt, basically this is a story about my aunt.
You know, what the hell? Who ever go in a blues? I don't know where them people come from, but we don't go into places like that and disrespect our women.
Robert, there's so many things in the film just about how people move and engage in that party that I think we can all sort of really connect with.
And all them jumping up and down like some punk rocker. We don't do them things that I grew up in them era. And we never did nothing like that. Lying on the floor. Listen, we got on our clean clothes and we want to go home with clean clothes, same way. Yeah.
But he used to witness it as a child, you see? So I used to sort of witness it as a situation of hearing about it. But also I went to one blues one time because I had to go come out, and somehow I was a scapegoat for her. So she brought me somewhere. She couldn't go to blues. But I remember sort of being put in a bed with all these coats on top of me and me creeping out and looking and whatnot, seeing how people would get on.
Understand? There was no grunge look back in the day or tear up clothes. Because people wear tear up clothes back in the days because them was poor. I know rich people make tear up clothes and wear tear up clothes and poor people can't afford it.
What happened was, those parties, a lot of the women were not attracted. Heavy dub was something which was not necessarily attractive to them as such, and it was about getting girls,
No, really, I was disgusted. People going out in the backyard and she live in the house and man a carry woman outside in a backyard. No.
It's silly games. I've been watching you for such a long time now. It's a shame. And a guy hearing that knows where it's at. And it's kind of like, oh, okay. It's kind of beautiful.
Smoking weed over a man vinyl. That wouldn't happen when DJ. There would be no weed smoking around in vinyl in case it drop and burn in music. You understand what I'm saying?
Politics that enter the dance and that sort of moment of sexual violence and how that and the sort of tonal shifts and maybe ask you about your decision to incorporate that into the story.
Well,
He never did them shit. Black man is not the kind of people who stand up in a blues and a kiss up woman and have tongue down throat.
It was one of those things which I didn't want to I want to bring into the equation because, there's this whole idea that of men sort of thinking that certain, this whole idea of availability and people taking trying to take advantage of a circumstance or a situation and overstepping.
We don't disrespect our women like that.
As our protagonist was, a female, and what she had to put up with, and what she had to deal with, and also, sorry, this is London, it's gonna be some noise. Her strength and her sort of no nonsense. I wanted a protagonist, a female protagonist who, just didn't take shit, basically.
Very, very pissed off.
And I think, but she was into love, which was huge. So therefore, it's about that. It's about the
This man who make it, is he black?
Complexities of the dance.
Steve McQUEEN, where him grew up? Where him come from?